I am Tara and I'm lucky enough to be here with Dez from DevilDriver on their latest tour, here back again with Lamb of God. Yeah. How have you been?
Good, really good, really good.
Good, because last time we caught up with you, you were here in town for the Soundwave tour, which Lamb of God were on as well.
Yeah.
Barbara spoke to you back then.
Yeah.
Now, it's been a big year. When you guys spoke last time, you were so excited for the upcoming release of your current album. How's it going?
It's going great. Yeah, it's going killer. The release has been amazing around the world. The response has been great. We're very appreciative of it, and you know, we haven't come off the road. We've just been touring, and it's good to be back in Australia. We've had a good time. You know, Brisbane, Sydney were great. Looking forward to Melbourne tonight, and tour with Lamb of God's always a good time. We were all kind of up late last night together. They're brothers, and Shadows Fall High and Fire on the bill. I mean, you really can't beat that. You know.
Well, last time you were here and you spoke to Barbara, you did say that when you come to Australia, you have to go hard or go home. How has the crowd turned out this time, and are you going hard enough for us?
We're giving 120% on this one, and the crowd has been insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been off the hook, and we're looking forward to tonight being the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does a Melbourne crowd traditionally compare to any other city in Australia?
Well, they go hard. So let's see it tonight, you know. I'll push them. The whole band will push them. I think we have about 45, 50 minutes, so we're ready to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So when you were on Soundwave, you said that you didn't like talking between songs because you couldn't get as much in because you didn't want to waste any moment of music making. Now that you're on your own gig and you're not on a festival, so you do have a bit more time, will there be a bit more conversation?
Well, I mean, I try, you know, we stop a few times between songs, but we really try to put it in. If you're going to play 14 or 15 tracks in 35, 40 minutes, then you've got to really go.
Yep.
But, you know, enough to say hello and say my appreciations, and then it's go time.
Yep. It's excellent. I do like that you appreciate the crowd, though. I think there's definitely something to be said for a band and an artist that respects the people that are coming to see them.
Yeah, definitely. We have a good time every time we come down. We've been treated really well, not only by the people, but by our label. I'm from California, so it reminds me a lot of home being here, and you know, I look forward to coming every time. Next time we're coming down, when we do Soundwave again, I don't know what year it'll be, but I'm going to bring my family down.
Oh, really?
And I think my wife will love this place, so it's a genuinely great place to be.
So do you find that when you're on tour lineups, do you find there's many festivals that you would willingly do again?
I love festivals.
Yep.
So in America we have the Ozfest, you know, in the UK you have Download, over here you guys have Soundwave, and it's always a good time because you hit the ground running. It's a bunch of bands that you know, it's all their crew that you know, and everybody's just having a great time. Yeah.
It's good. July saw the release of Pray for Villains. Good. But I was speaking to one of your reps earlier, and they said that you were already writing songs for the new album.
Oh, definitely.
That you hope to have out next year.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this album's only been out for what, 4 or 5 months now, and you're already working on the next one.
Yeah, well, we believe in getting a record out every 2 years. Some of my favorite bands make you wait 3 or 4 years between records. We're prolific in our writing, we're proficient in our touring, and some of the stuff that I've already heard is absolutely ferocious. So I'm excited about it, and that's the way that you should be when it comes to being an artist, is put out your music and stay on tour.
Yeah.
There's not many bands that tour as much as DevilDriver. I don't think any, to tell you the truth. If you can find one, get on our website and let me know. And otherwise, we're looking forward to putting out another record, probably October next year or January 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is incredibly fast turnaround.
Well, two years is really, I mean, look, you should be getting a record every year from your favorite artist.
Yeah.
But it's really hard in this time and age to do that. But we're pretty ready to do this at this point. Yeah.
Well, for the current album, I read somewhere that you had said this was where you wanted the band to be, and this was sort of where you wanted the band to go. So can we expect very much the same on the new album, or are there still changes and you're still finding yourselves?
I think it's important as an artist to have growth. And what people need to know about DevilDriver is we were only together 6 months before we wrote our first record. Most bands have 6 years in the trenches before that. So we're growing right in front of you on record, and I think that's why we're putting out records the way that we are every 2 years. And I think this one is going to be a step up. It's been an organic growth since the beginning, and definitely the songs that I'm hearing now that are coming out are very mature songs. So you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good time as usual.
That's so awesome. I'm still stunned that you were able to get a record out that quickly. I mean, you're amidst a 20-month tour for the current album, and you're already thinking ahead to the next album.
Yeah, well, we write on the road as well. I mean, you know, you can only party so much on the road, so it's good to sit back and to write on the road as well. And everybody is very committed. in this band. And like I said, they're very prolific in their writing, and I think it's important to do. It's important to be proficient in this day and age of music. You know, everything is now. Everybody wants it right now. So that's fine with us. We'll give it to you right now. Yeah.
Is it almost like a catharsis on the road to just escape the craziness of the tour and start writing again?
Well, I'm not really on tour. I don't really hang out that much anyways. I'm kind of a very private person, and I've got 234 songs written for this record.
Wow.
And we're only going to record probably 15.
I was about to ask how many.
So I'm writing constantly, and so are the rest of the guys. And I'm really I'm intrigued about this next record. It's going to be ferocious. It's going to be a step up.
Wow. So at some point, if you were able to write 200 songs for one album, can we expect some kind of epic quintuplet CD at some point?
I don't know. This is all based on what the label wants to do and things such as this, you know. But I've got books and books and books and books of lyrics that'll probably never make it to song form. I'd like to put that stuff out just on its own merit one day, but for now, dip back into that and make the songs come together as a whole.
So when you're writing songs, do you write with DevilDriver, the project, specifically in mind, or do you just write for the sake of writing and some of them
No, I just write for the sake of writing. And it's very interesting inside DevilDriver. People should know that all of the members play guitar. So my drummer, my bass player, they all play guitar. Everybody writes individually, then comes together as a whole and puts it together. Once I hear the first 3 or 4 tracks and I know the direction where we're going to be going, then we'll start inputting our influences. You know, okay, I want something like this, I want something like this. My drummer will say to me, you know, we want something like this from you, and it'll just start spiraling. And right now it's going out of control. It's going to be killer. You know, yesterday I heard a song that they had wrote that, you know, they waited for a couple days over here to play for me. And it was about 10 minutes before we went on stage, and I was so impressed by the writing that, you know, I went straight back to my room and I wrote the song. So it's good, you know, to keep yourself busy and to give people what they want. You know, people don't want to wait 3 or 4 or 5 years between songs, or between records, excuse me, you know. I think Tool can do that, but, you know, we're not about to. One of the few
that can get away with it.
Right. Yeah. And I'm a Tool fan, so I'll wait for their records. So, yeah.
I think that's where they found their fan base. They know they will wait.
Yeah.
So when you are putting your songs together, how does it come about? I mean, you said it sounds like such a natural process, but was there a point at which you guys really had to sit down and discuss how that happened?
No, we don't really do that. They get together individually, they write, and they'll come together at Mike's house and start slowly demoing and send me little bits and pieces of things. And once we know the direction and the road that we're going to take, that's when we start going into full gear. And that's how it happens.
That's really awesome. I think it's a sign of a true team when it just comes together like that.
Yeah, and then, you know, you get together for pre-production as well with the producer, and then from there it flows. So right now we're in the midst of choosing who's going to produce the next record. And, you know, the only thing we really know is that May 2010 we're going to go in to record no matter what. Wow.
Well, it looks like we'll have you back on our shows in no time at all.
Without a doubt.
Fantastic.
We're already talking about that.
Well, we look forward to it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dez, so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
I know you've got a very busy day ahead of you and night. Enjoy the show tonight.
We will.
Should be good.
We will.
All right. I am Tara. This is Dez from DevilDriver. We look forward to seeing you back here soon.
Thanks for having me.